One area where grief can pop up is in natural disasters. And for a lot of people, they know of natural disasters, but they don't really know what goes on during natural disasters, and especially after natural disasters. It's a whole thing. And when it comes to dealing with grief from natural disasters, it's the fact that you are coming to terms with the fact that life as you knew it, it's over. You can't go back home. Home is not home anymore. Your house is destroyed, or maybe you can go back and rebuild. But that neighborhood, not coming back. That vibe, never going to be the same. Because the people, the energy that made that space, it is forever changed. And when you're going through a natural disaster, you have to look at the fact that you're going to rebuild. And I don't know about you, but everybody doesn't have the funds to just rebuild from scratch. You may or may not still have your job. Now you have to find a place to live. So you might be in a hotel or a trailer or loved one's house. Wherever you are, you're not where you were before the natural disaster. And now you have to learn about, okay, if I need to get a new job, where am I going to get this job? Transportation, finances, because believe it or not, you still have to pay those bills. A lot of people don't know that. They, oh, that's nice. They said they don't have to pay bills right now. Yeah, some of those bills, those credit cards, interest. So you may not be paying the full amount, but you're going to have bills to pay. So that's two types of bills, your past bills and your current bills. And also, if you're in a different location, you have a strong possibility of dealing with people who feel some type of way about you moving into their neighborhood. You might get blamed for stuff that you didn't even do. All you did was move in. Why? Because you're still processing the fact that life as you knew it, it's over. And now you have to deal with some people who are going to support you, yes, but also you're going to deal with some people who won't. And just like I said before, when it comes to anger and grief, look out. Because guess what? You're going to snatch some souls. Or you might turn into a brick wall and shut down. And when you're trying to start over, that part of you is going to pop out all kinds of ways if you are not careful. And so when you're trying to figure out what to do with these thoughts and these feelings, it's very important for you to take a breath and for you to find something to do that helps you to release your energy. It could be writing, drawing, singing a song, dancing, creating. Get you some construction paper, popsicle sticks, glue, something. You're going to have to get that out of you. Because if you don't, you're going to be walking around with all of these thoughts and feelings about the fact that your life as you knew it was over and you have to start all over like one of those video games. And then you have some people saying stuff to you. And what I mean by saying stuff to you, ignorant stuff to you, yeah, it's not going to end well for them. And most likely you're going to regret how you responded. But in the moment, it's coming out. Why? Your body is still trying to process life as you knew it as being over. And so it's going to be very important for you to take time out and know who you can talk to and who you cannot. If someone is saying some ignorant stuff about how you got to your location, or that you were smart for leaving, or other people were dumb for staying, whatever the foolishness is, you cannot entertain that right now. You need to focus on self. Let them rah-rah on their own, argue with themselves, because no. And for people who don't understand why people who have been displaced are to themselves or on edge, it's because they have to start over. Their support system has changed. Maybe they live within 30 minutes of each other. Now they're in separate states, different counties. Maybe some people left the country. It's a lot of change on top of trying to figure out where do we go from here. So if you know someone who has been displaced, someone who is taking care of family members or friends, loved ones who have been dealing with a natural disaster, let's slow our roll on the questions. Because I don't know about you, but if I just realize that my life is different forever, forever, ever, I don't need nobody asking me to give them details on how my life has been forever changed. You might get some not so nice words. Also, can we stop calling people smart and dumb when it comes to evacuating? You don't necessarily know what went on, and so let's keep that out of the conversation. Because again, on edge, people on edge, they don't have time for you. They trying to regroup. Life just took an etch a sketch to their life, or you could say Mother Nature took an etch a sketch to their life. And so they got to redraw the lines. They don't need you with all of that. So try to give some support, give them space. And let's remember, if you don't want it done to you, please don't do it to anybody else. Because again, life has changed forever. And it's a lot to wrap your head around that some people you will never see again. And so let's give people space to work through that and give them the support and save the foolish questions for ourselves and not tell it to people who have just gone through so much. And like the old cliche says, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Everybody grieves on their own terms at their own pace. So let's make sure we're not making it harder for people to work through life that has been forever changed for them. So take care.